All right, guys, back here on the Fox 5 Live Zone. Hey, did you know that October is Oaktober as well? You're probably thinking, what the heck are you talking about, guy? That's because October is Oak Awareness Month, a time that honors one of the most beneficial yet threatened trees. Once dominant in the mid-Atlantic, oaks are now in decline. Still, they're essential, supporting wildlife, cooling neighborhoods, cleaning the air, and managing stormwater. They're also icons of our natural heritage. Joining us to discuss just that is, hey, our guy is back, Mr. Meyer, arborist on the Live Zone. Good to see you, Lou. Welcome to the show.
Great to see you, Guy. Happy Oaktoberfest to you.
That is just so cool. A couple of things. I love that. Second of all, I'm glad we were able to get you on after the rain went to the wayside. I was a little concerned about that earlier today, but we saw that it's somewhat cleared up. All right, Lou. So
I was out looking at trees, looking at oaks, and it was pouring rain. I thought, oh no, but this is perfect.
Yeah, and so, but to that point, you heard me make mention in the intro that oak trees are known for cooling neighborhoods, cleaning the air. But, I guess it's not really safe to stand under a tree when it's raining, especially if there's lightning. But I would assume you can kind of stay dry.
Absolutely. Oaks are great for shelter for all sorts of people. People in the rain, animals throughout the year. Oaks are wildly important to our ecosystem. You mentioned a lot of these in your intro, pollinator habitats. So there are over 400 species of oaks in the world, mainly in the Northern Hemisphere. And we have quite a few here in the Mid-Atlantic. But they can support all sorts of important wildlife. So again, the white oak, the state tree of Maryland and multiple other states, can support over 400 types of pollinators, which is really important for our survival.
Yeah. All right, so I'm excited because not only is it October, but I get to say it again. It's Oaktober. I got to keep on practicing that. It just doesn't roll off the tongue the way I want it to. But I'm curious, why is this month so important to you as well and other arborists?
Yeah, so like you mentioned, oaks are cornerstone species, keystone species for us. Again, the pollinators are really important for air cleanliness. They can sequester a lot of carbon, which is really important. Stormwater runoff is a big deal here in the Chesapeake Bay region. To give you an idea, a 25-inch oak can absorb about 2,500 gallons of stormwater per year. So if you think of floods in different neighborhoods, oaks can really pull that up. And they have been in decline over the past few years for a variety of reasons. One of the biggest ones is 2018, we had record rainfall, and oaks, for the most part, don't like having what we call wet feet in the industry. So they don't like having their roots under a lot of water. And that really started a chain reaction of events that have led us to today. Now, they haven't disappeared completely. Oaks are still all around us. They just need a little more care. So Oaktober gives us a chance to put a little focus on a species that's so important to us.
Wow. I love what did you call it? The feet of the tree?
Yeah, wet feet.
Wow.
So that's what we refer to roots. If a tree likes growing in wet areas, we say that they like to have wet feet. Just a good way for us to remember it.
Okay. All right, Lou, I see you have props. In this case, I think I just saw a leaf in your hand.
I do.
All right. What's that about?
So a question that's often asked is how to identify oaks? Well, one is the acorns, right? We all know acorns. Oaks grow acorns. And you can see behind me, I've got a row of pin oaks. So these are oaks that you see all over the place. A lot of landscape pin oaks, a lot of front yard pin oaks. But there's two big oak families, the red oaks and the white oaks. And I've got leaves from both of those. And the way to tell the difference is the red oaks have these pointy tips to them. So if you see those leaves with the pointy tips, whereas the white oaks have the rounded lobes. So we call those lobes, rounded lobes and pointy lobes. So red oaks have points, white oaks have rounded lobes. Something you could tell your friends when you're out on a hike.
Yeah, gosh, I'm going to the Caps opener tonight, and I will now be the smartest man in the arena because I plan to start the conversation with that. Thanks to you, my friend. Thanks to you. Before we wrap up, anything else we should really know about Oaktober, as we like to call it, all things with regard to National Oak Month?
Yeah, your oaks are an important species, but all tree species are. So as we roll into these winter months, it's a good idea to get an arborist out to your property to make sure that your trees are happy and healthy as we enter that dormant period. This is a great time for inspections, and we make free house calls. But yeah, a focus on the oaks is always important. They're just such an important species to us.
All right, so one more time, and I want to make sure I get it right because I got to be right with regard to what you taught me. If it's round, and I'm making reference to the leaf, that is a white oak. If it's pointed, and I'm yet again the leaf, it is a red oak. Is that correct?
You are correct.
All right, high five going out to me, but more
See,
importantly, high
you're
five
halfway
going
to
out
being
to
an
you.
arborist, guy.
I think you do a better job, my friend. Yet again, Lou Meyer, arborist, as we celebrate all things surrounding Oak Awareness Month. I appreciate you, my friend. Stay dry.
Happy Oaktober, guy. Thanks so much.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.